What is up, everyone? If you want to develop your upper back muscles and blow them up, then give seal rows a go. So let's get into it. So the upper back is important to develop for a couple of reasons. First reason being the upper back musculature plays a large role in correct posture. So all the muscles in your upper back region work on pulling your shoulder blades back and keeping them there. So if you have a sort of hunched over posture where your shoulders roll forward, or if you happen to do a lot of pressing in your training routines, then the upper back is important to develop to balance them out. Second reason, if you want to look big and thick, specifically when you're clothed, when you're wearing a t-shirt or a jumper or a jacket, which most of us are all of the time, depending where you live in the world, then the upper back really adds to your physique in terms of looking thick and developed. The third reason is if you happen to do a lot of bench press variations, then the upper back works as a stabilizer muscle for your benching. To put it simply, the bigger your upper back, the more base you have, the more surface area you have to press off of. So for that reason, it is very important to develop. Also, the seal row, because it is a chest supported variation, it completely eliminates any lower back muscles in the movement. That is very good if you want to row on a high frequency, because the lower back compared to the upper back can handle way less volume. If you do a lot of squats, a lot of deadlifts, any type of hip hinge or knee flexion variations, you don't want to have a fatigued lower back going into those exercises. It will greatly hinder your performance. Today I tried for the first time the seal row, and I have to say I've never felt a stretch on my upper back like that ever before. I've done many variations of different rows, like face pulls, dumbbell rows, inverted rows, cable rows, all types of things, and nothing has come close to the stretch I felt today doing the seal row. You can get a similar effect if you train at a gym and they have a chest supported T-bar row, because it is pretty much the same motion. But if you're like myself and you train at home, you're very limited on equipment. So the seal row is an excellent exercise to include into your routine. I got the idea for this exercise from Bald Omni-Man, another YouTuber who is very strong at these exercises, and he did popularize them. So I'll link a few of his videos down below. You can check out his stuff. So with all that being said, let's get into how to do the seal row. So to set the bench up is quite simple. So you want to use an incline bench where you can change the angle. And what you want to do, set the bench to the highest angle possible. So this one here at the bottom. So if the bench was flat, it will be at a high incline. So you want to set it to that. Then the next part, you want to raise the back end of the bench like this. Raise it enough until the part that you lay on comes as close to horizontal as you can. You see, for me, mine's at a slight incline. That's okay. Either this type of incline or flat, either variation is good. Also, what I've done, I've added weight to the back of the bench, because when you start lifting weight on the bar, the bench starts to tip forward like this, so I don't want to face plant the floor. So what I've done is just throw some weights on the back of the bench like this. Also, you want to line the bench up to as close as possible you can to the rack, so you're not reaching too far out. So you can see, if I do that, it's a few inches in front of the bench. So you kind of want to play around with how much distance works for you. But for me, that's about what, 4 inches. So yeah, and that is how you set the bench up. As for the movement itself, it is very simple to execute. So before you unrack the bar, you want to take a large breath in and puff your chest out, and that will work as your base. Then from there, you unrack the bar and you just row it into your body. I like to aim somewhere between the lower pecs and belly button, so in the middle of those two positions, to really hit the upper back. If you want to hit more lats, then you can row more into your waist area. Keep your elbows tucked in And if you want to prioritize more upper back, you can take a wider grip and row it in somewhere around your nipple level. And that is how you do the seal row. So that is everything I have to say about the seal row. Give it a go yourself, see if you like it, and make those gains. So until next time, peace.